Welcome to the Stuff and Things Podcast Christmas Special. Now, here are your ho-ho hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 2025 Christmas Special, the Stuff and Things Podcast. I am Sam. Joining me to spread festive cheer to all of our listeners and anyone who stumbled across us, it's Stefan.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Hey, that's it, mate. That's the festive spirit. That's what I like to hear.
I'm 3 eggnogs down. Let's do this. I'm not. I don't know. I actually have never tried eggnog. I've never actually tried eggnog. I don't know if it's any good or not.
So it's a very valid thing. Is it really a thing here? I mean, we are so used to watching American TV, American movies. Come to this time of year, it's eggnog, everything. I mean, I assume that's got alcohol in it, but then at the same time, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just some characters I've watched add that.
No, you can get alcoholic, apparently.
Yeah.
Be right back. Just going to Google what's in eggnog. Great start to the podcast. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, because just the word eggnog, I mean, I'm not a big fan of eggs. So the idea of, like, nailing something eggy, like, tasting, would not appeal to me.
Oh, yeah. It's a combination of egg, milk or cream, sugar, and spices like nutmeg and cinnamon for flavour. Many traditional recipes also include an alcoholic spirit such as rum, brandy, or bourbon. But it can be made without alcohol. Right. How boring.
Yeah, I don't see why you drink the rest of that stuff without the alcoholic part. But anyway, welcome to our Christmas special. It is that time of year again where we jingle and jangle all over the place. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, with the show, we have a Christmas game.
Of course.
Which is where we will start, because, you know, it's Christmas, you always got to play a game.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a chat about our must-watch Christmas films, just like these are the ones, these are the ones we have to watch every year. You can talk about that stupid fascination you have with a non-Christmas film. Then we have the segment which is the main reason why anyone's listening, I think, which is every Christmas for a few years now on the Christmas special, we've got a tradition where we put together a compilation of feedback messages that we've been sent during the year. And we get that read out by somebody, cold reads, and we play that on the show, which is normally quite terrifying. And
do you know what? You haven't mentioned that once this year, and I genuinely thought I'd got away from it.
No, I mean, one, if we don't include it, people would be mad. I've started a tradition, and so I shall finish it. Two, the main reason why I haven't mentioned it is I kind of put it off, like thinking, right, because throughout the year, every now and again, I'll spot something and I'll grab it, like, oh, that's classic, whatever. And then this year, obviously, we sort of did a relaunch of the show following me needing some time off for ill health. And when we did that, it was like a very big shift in what we were doing. We now do a show every single week. It's every Friday. Come rain, come shine, come hail, snow, whatever, ho-ho-hos. Flying reindeer are not stopping us. And, yeah, so the kind of feedback messages we used to get a lot of very show-specific stuff, because we were talking about specific things in shows.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, well, I've got a few bits that I spotted before the format changed. I genuinely don't know what it's like now since the format changed, and, you know, listenership's very varied and stuff. And then I stumbled across a lot, and then it was like, oh no, now I'm down the rabbit hole.
Well, apparently we have a Reddit thing about us that neither of us can find, which I think scares me more that we can't find it.
Yeah, Reddit is a dark place, like, because I went there looking for the in particular thread that someone had told me about, and I found so many others about us that it was just like, do you know what? I'm going to stop. I think it's better I don't stay here.
So
But yeah,
you're
Reddit-
better at that
Reddit's-
than I am. I found like one thread that I think might have possibly been linked with us, and that was it. I couldn't even find the rest. I need to.
Oh
up
well,
my
some
Reddit
of
stream.
some of it's okay. So I'll let you have that later on. Okay, so we're gonna open with our Christmas game. Are you ready for a Christmas game?
Ho ho! Yes, I am.
I love that jingle. I miss that. I bring it back every year.
I know. I like
That's-
that one. Brings a smile to my face.
Okay, so the Christmas quiz. We have 3 questions that I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
and then we have a couple of. So it's 5 in total, but the last 2 are tinsel or coal. So it's totally tinsel or a lump of coal, basically true or false.
Okay.
Now, we do games every year, and it's kind of like, I think there's only so many times on a Christmas special you can ask the same kind of questions around the same kind of Christmas films. And I think you can run out of ideas. So this year, what I decided to do is the quiz is all about our podcast.
Ah, crap.
Just to see
Okay.
how much you can remember. Now, no cheater bixes on this quiz, so keep your phone off at this point.
Yep.
No computer. Stop loading it right now.
No,
Right.
it's fine.
Okay. Are you ready for the very first question of this year's Christmas quiz?
Oh, go on. Yep.
So, question number 1. What was the first show of our podcast in 2025? It came out on the 4th of January 2025. What was the very first show?
Wait, say that the very first show, 2025.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yes, the current year we are in.
Yeah.
What was the first podcast episode? What was it? I will accept just the subject of it, like the show it was about.
Oh, crap. Ah, we would have done it. What came around Christmas, the New Year that we done a show about? I have absolutely no idea, mate.
Okay, you just want to take a wild guess? Better to have a guess than nothing.
I am going to say it was Captain America, Brave New World.
It's not actually a bad guess, that, because that did come out like February time, I think. But
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say you are wrong. Now, when I tell you this, I think you might have a similar thing to me. It was like, that was then. The show, our very first show, the 4th of January 2025, was Star Wars Skeleton Crew, episodes 5 and 6.
Wow.
A long forgotten show.
A long time ago in a
That was
galaxy
the start
far, far
of this
away.
year. Yeah.
Wow.
How mad was that?
I thought that was later in the year.
Nope,
I didn't even
nope.
realise that was technically last year then.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
2024. Started in December and ran
That was a
into
good
the
show,
new
to be
year.
fair.
It was good fun. Okay, you ready for question 2? See if you can redeem yourself.
Probably not. Go on.
You alright? Are you ready?
Yep.
Question number 2 is a multiple choice question.
Okay.
What was our most listened to show in 2025 so far? Was it A, the Daredevil Born Again finale? Was it B, The Last of Us Season 2 Episode 1? Or was it C, Andor Season 2 Episodes 1 to 3?
Oh, okay. I am going to go. The Last of Us did not do well this year, so I think that's out.
But did it only drop off after that first episode, though?
That's a good point. Everyone kind of tuned in 'cause this will be amazing, and then
See,
went,
I'm
what
trying.
the
I'm trying.
shit?
Yeah, see.
What was option A again?
So option A was the Daredevil Born Again season finale.
I am actually going to go with Andor.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Well done, my friend. Yes, it was. I thought that one was going to be really easy because you know that on our show, the Star Wars stuff tends to be the ones that gets the numbers just due to the sheer level of feedback we get from Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
But okay, all good. So 1 point so far, 1 from 2. That's not bad. You're into the game now. That's the main thing. Okay, you ready for question number 3?
No. Yeah, go on.
Question number 3, and this is just a test of your memory here. We launched the new format of our show on the 1st of August 2025.
We did.
What was the topic of the 3rd episode of our relaunched show?
The 3rd episode.
The 3rd episode, yes.
Right, wait a minute. So, I know the first episode was just the hey, welcome back, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I know the first few episodes we did MCU and we did Star Wars.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What order did we do those?
I think the thing that I quite like about this is there will be people listening who genuinely know this, and they'd listen to us. You're on the show.
I am going to say
Yes.
that was the Does Anyone Hate Star Wars More Than Us? Like fans. Not us.
You believe, you believe episode 3 was Does Anyone Hate Star Wars More Than Star Wars Fans?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah, I'm sure we would have started with the MCU, so yes.
Nicely done. 2 points. There you go. See?
Okay, that's better.
I mean, it's a little bit worrying that you're on the show and you are struggling this
I am
week.
having
It's
to
okay.
think that hard about it.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Right, so we now move into the true or false section, which is totally tinsel or a lump of coal. That's what you have to say. You got to say it's totally tinsel or a lump of coal. Okay. So I'm going to read a statement to you, and you have to tell me if it's tinsel or coal.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, yep.
According to the Rotten Tomatoes website, they have put together the top 15 Christmas movies of all time.
Wow, okay.
In their list, Die Hard is in that top 15. Is that totally tinsel or a lump of coal?
Surely totally tinsel.
Do you want to think about that more, or do you want to just
No,
shoot?
it's not technically a Christmas movie, so...
Well, so just think. So, it's the Rotten Tomatoes website, the top 15 Christmas films of all time.
I'm just going to stick with totally tinsel.
So you are saying that Die Hard made the top 15 Christmas movies of all time on Rotten Tomatoes. Final answer?
Yeah.
Spot on.
Oh, thank gosh for that.
It was 11th.
That is quite worrying for a lot of Christmas movies out there.
I think it's just general. Rotten Tomatoes is purely voted by people.
Yeah.
I think that argument's raged on so long now that has now become a thing. Every year it's a Christmas film, and then the fight rages. Okay, so you got one last question on the quiz. You're doing really well. I mean, you've won, so this one you can kind of kick back and just enjoy it. Okay.
Oh, thank gosh for that. Okay, yep.
Right. So here we go with the final question of the Christmas quiz 2025. From your favorite website of resource, IMDb, they also have
Yep.
a Christmas movie top 20. which has been refreshed every year. They do it every year and it's released now. In their Christmas movie top 20 of all time, there are 5 different versions of the Christmas Carol. Is that totally tinsel, or is that a lump of coal?
5 different.
5 different versions of the Christmas Carol.
Okay, I'm going to have to think about this because I'm going to go through. You've got Scrooged.
That's 1, yeah.
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
That's 2.
You've got the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell one from last year.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's on there. You also, I mean, there's the original Christmas Carol.
The Christmas Carol. That's 4.
There's about 10 versions of that, I think, from like the 50s, 60s, 70s. You've got the Jim Carrey Disney version.
Is that?
Yeah, in 3D they did it. Yeah.
Oh,
When
blimey.
3D was all the rage, it was like, yeah, it was crazy. So there's a lot like that. That's why this is a good question, because there are lots and lots of versions of that story.
So,
But
give me the
question
question one more time, just so I know I'm answering this correctly.
That's fine. In the IMDb Christmas movie top 20 of all time, there are 5 versions of A Christmas Carol in their top 20.
I'm going to say totally tinsel.
I think that's fair. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's going to be wrong, but yeah.
It was wrong, I'm afraid. There's only 2, which actually amazed me when
How
you
many?
consider so many. There is only 2 in the top 20, and
Jeez.
it was the 1950s Scrooge, which I think I've seen it, but like of all the versions, that wasn't one of them.
No.
And then the 1980s Scrooged, which is the one you just mentioned, Bill Murray. But yeah, no, Muppets Christmas Carol doesn't make their top 20 Christmas films. The Jim Carrey 3D version, like none of those, like the Patrick Stewart, none of them make it. I was shocked.
How
had
on
some
earth does
crap
the
on that
Muppets
list.
Christmas Carol not make it?
Yeah, and there was like some Hallmark rubbish in amongst it. But yeah, that's IMDb for you.
Wow.
Mate, you did well on the Christmas quiz. You gotta be happy with that.
I am, because, again, it hadn't really been mentioned, so I was kind of a bit nervous.
No, I kept it all low key this year, just kind of chugging along, get it all done for the big day.
Oh, nice.
Much like the big man himself in the red suit, just got to get on with the job and get it all done on the day. That's how it works.
I like it.
One of the things we talk about every year is Christmas films that are kind of like, these are ones we like, these are like different traditions around it and stuff like that. I think, again, because it's just kind of traditional, and we might have some new listeners and stuff this year, like must-watch Christmas film. Now, we just mentioned it then, the Christmas Carol. It's kind of funny. So I have this kind of weird family thing with this, which is when I was very little, maybe 3-4 years old, it's one of my first memories, like proper memories of Christmas, with my dad. And we were watching this black and white version of A Christmas Carol, and my dad's basically telling me the story as it goes, because I'm kind of, probably playing with some action figure or something and sort of half watching, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it was clearly quite important to my dad. Like, this is good. You're going to pay attention, boy.
You will watch all of this. Yeah.
Yes, you will pay attention to this. This is important. I was like, I want to play with my toys. So it's kind of a funny thing that then as I've gotten older, I do think it's one of the greatest stories ever written. I just think it's incredible. But also, we've had this tradition now, me and my dad, that basically when it comes to Christmas time every year, we will watch as many different versions of this film and story as we can find.
Nice.
And we will message each other like, okay, on this channel, this time, there's this version. I don't think I've ever seen this version before. Like, this is crazy. It's like last year, my dad found on like BBC 4 a BBC version from like the 70s with like loads of faces that you'd like recognize from British TV in it. but clearly was just made for like the BBC. It was just so random. It was just
No one had ever actually properly advertised it, and all of a sudden, like,
and there
what
was
is
no
this?
budget. It was really kind of like that guy just shut the door on that house and the whole wall shook. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, proper like that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was amazing. Like, so naff, but it was amazing. So we do that every year, and that's like a tradition I have with my dad, and I've kind of passed it on to my daughter as well, who will do a similar thing now, because like you said during the quiz, there is a modern version again of this done with Ryan Reynolds, like a musical he did with Will Ferrell.
And literally every year, new ones come out. Like it's
They do appear to crop up constantly, yeah. So the amount that you can now watch, and also the sheer amount of channels nowadays. Like when, again, I'm aging myself here, but when I was growing up, there were 4 channels. It became 5 when I was a teenager, and thanks to like Sky TV and all this other stuff, you're then into the hundreds of different channels and stuff from all around the world. And so the sheer number, like you get to Christmas time and they're all searching for programming. It's like, oh yeah, we got this really old version of A Christmas Carol. Stick that on.
that'll do.
Yeah, and then there's like me and my dad message each other like, Hallmark Channel, 8 p.m. It's like,
wow.
Oh my God, this is going to be so bad. But I have to watch it. So yeah, there we go. That's like a really crazy Christmas tradition, and one of my favourite Christmas films. And I'll always say one of, because I think every year the title of my favourite changes, but is the Muppets version of The Christmas Carol.
Yes.
It just, I love that film. It just, so much connection to this silly game I have with my family, but also just, yeah, I do like that version of it. So, that is me and my kind of must-watch Christmas films, really. I will say, when I was younger, Santa Claus the movie was the one that, like, when I watched it, that was it. I was locked in. It was like, this is real. This is Christmas. Like, it's like I was watching a documentary on the big man, It was like, this is it. This is the thing. And that always made me feel incredibly Christmassy. What about yourself then? So, must-watch Christmas films for you in traditions.
So, the Santa Claus, as you just mentioned,
Yeah.
that is one of those absolute must-watch movies for me.
Yep.
Every Christmas. Last year, I was left mildly heartbroken at the fact that nobody else in the house seemed at all bothered by it.
Okay.
I watched it by myself.
Oh man.
But I watched it. It's my tradition. I watched it.
Yeah.
What else do we have? We have Love Actually.
Oh, really? Is that one you watch every year?
Love Actually, watch that every year without fail. Love that movie. That is another nice Christmas movie for me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
In terms of traditions, I think I'm at that weird kind of middle stage where I've come out of the old family traditions and trying to start new ones with my family now.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we do things like we do a North Pole breakfast.
Nice.
So it's technically Christmas. It's the first Saturday in December.
Yeah.
The first, I think I've sent you pictures of it before.
Yeah,
in our WhatsApp. We dress the table up in all like Christmas tablecloths, and we have candy canes, chocolate Santas on each. Candy canes and chocolate coins scattered around the table.
Yeah.
Every place has a chocolate Santa on it, and we do like pancakes or waffles and stuff like that. Yeah. And that is kind of like our official start of Christmas.
Yeah.
So we have that. We then have our Christmas Eve box, which actually comes out on the same day. I know, Christmas Eve, first Saturday. Yep. And in there are the most delightful things that you'll ever witness, called frickin' Christmas elves.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a Christmas tradition that I cannot stand, but the wife started before I came along, so I have no choice. These little bastards get up to all sorts of fun throughout the days of leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
Normally, around 11 o'clock at night, when you're just about to go to sleep and realise you haven't moved the fuckers. So I really love that tradition.
So just to kind of cut in here, yes, this is the Christmas special, and I know lots of people like to listen with their kids every year, so apologies for this.
If your parents do the Christmas elf thing, they love you more than you will ever understand.
I mean, how have you been finding it this year with the whole? I mean, you've been on top of it this year, though, right?
Well, so far they've TP'd the Christmas tree.
Nice.
Right, that was fun. Every year they TP down the stairs as if it's like a sleigh resort.
Nice.
So we have like different toys all join in.
Yeah.
They did the shoo train. Which was every single shoe in the entire house.
I think the biggest problem with this kind of... I mean, I managed to avoid this. Like, my daughter had grown out of it before this became a big thing here. But I remember I had a friend in America who was, like, talking to me about it, and I just thought it was the most insane, stupid idea I'd ever heard in my life.
It is.
And then it became huge over here. But the thing that I do enjoy, I'm not going to lie about this, is there are people who do this who don't have kids. However, they do it for the gram. They do it for TikTok. They do it for a bit of clout, I guess. And they pose that elf in some crazy situations, which are very questionable under several laws, I think.
I have done the sitting on a bowl of milk, pooping Cocoa Pops this year.
Okay, well that's
that was entirely the wife's fault for going to bed and asking, can you just go sort something out quickly? Yes, I can. I have free reign. Here we go.
So you have 3 children.
Yeah.
So does that mean you have 3 elves, or does one keep an eye on all 3 for you?
No. We have to have 3.
That's shocking.
However,
yeah,
when a child is being very naughty and they are not behaving very well at all, their elf has to go back to the North Pole and tell Santa.
That's intriguing.
So quite often we lose 1 or 2 elves.
So is the whole elf thing just basically the modern day Santa's always watching you, you better be good? Just like
pretty much,
visual
they're like a movable Santa cam.
Do you remember a few years ago now, and this will shock our listeners, you calling me and saying, "Hello, is that Father Christmas? Fletcher here is being very naughty."
I have absolutely no regret.
And by the way, I'd like to point out that caught me off guard, but boom, I knew what you were doing. Dad, we were on that line, and I just went, ho, 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 oh no.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. He shit himself.
But how well was he behaved after that call?
Yeah, it did work.
I do think we will offer this as a service this time of year.
You were saved on my phone for the entire of January. For the funny thing is, for the last 3 years now, I start at the beginning of January and I change your name on my phone from Sam to Samta. And change your picture on my phone to a picture of Santa.
You should, yeah. Because that could get very confusing. Like, oh, Sam is Santa? Oh no!
What's happened? No,
he knows everything. Yeah.
He knows too much. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and I do worry that Fletch might take me out one day. But I do think it's kind of funny. I do think this is a service we should maybe offer up as the podcast, like. From December onwards, if your little ones are playing Havoc, you can call the podcast number and we will lay in some kind of like, oh no, not that being naughty, right, onto the naughty list they go, ho, ho, ho. You have to do everything with a ho, 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 though.
Just, ho, 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 yep.
Yeah, ho, ho, oh no. It's like, it's just got to be done. So... Christmas tree. I mean, the one thing you've not mentioned here is the Jurassic Park thing. Have you abandoned that tradition? Are you going to tell our listeners for the new listeners anyway, why that was such a thing for you.
Oh, it's not. It is not forgotten. Do not panic.
No,
It's
there
just
is no
more.
panic.
It's more of a Boxing Day than Christmas Day now.
Now I like that. I think that works better for me. I
I have
always
moved it to that. Yeah.
I always found your Christmas Day wanting to watch Jurassic Park was just a bit weird. Not weird, not weird like that, but just a kind of like, that's not Christmassy.
Damn straight it
That's
is.
dinosaurs, but no. But Boxing
Damn
Day,
straight it is.
I get you. A Boxing Day works. Yeah, I like that.
And the fun thing is, if you go into it more, the newer one, the Jurassic World
Yeah.
actually does start on Christmas. Like it's a.
Do you know what? I think I remember you watching that film and immediately messaging me like, I knew it!
I'm right.
Yeah, I've been right all along. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because again, people who listen to us on a regular basis will know this, but you basically fell into that tradition where, for whatever reason, your memory as a child was Jurassic Park was probably on BBC One or something for us every Christmas. Like that was the film they'd throw on.
Yeah.
So to you, it became like, it's Christmas, Jurassic Park's on. So as you've got older, and obviously Jurassic Park's no longer a big film, and they've moved on to other ones, you're still going, nah, it's Christmas, Jurassic Park has to be on.
I'm putting
You
Jurassic Park on.
You then get married, and the wife goes, yeah, that's Boxing Day. How accurate am I with that?
Yeah, when you put it like that.
They're good though. Like women are very good at doing that subtle changing us thing. Like, oh, you want to watch Jurassic Park every Christmas? Oh, that sounds lovely. I can't wait to do that. Oh, but maybe the kids are a little young, so maybe we'll move it later in the day and then we'll just watch it. And before you know it, you're not watching it till Easter, man.
Oh no! Oh God!
It is inevitable for men as the day you go, oh, do you know what? I got nothing to do today. Oh, brilliant. I'm going to relax for a little while. And you get about 5 more seconds into that thought of pure joy and you'll hear, hey, can you just help me with this? And then that's it. You're doing jobs for an entire day.
Yeah. See now, as funny as that is, I am
a little bit
still
funny.
convinced that you and my wife are in cahoots. Because every time you message me and say, what you got planned today, mate? And I say, nah, not really got much planned today.
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes, I've got a list of jobs that need to get done.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, you know me well enough that you know I am not adverse to taking bribes. So, I will sell out family for the right price. No problem at all. That's fine. But I can promise you, I have not sold you out on that because I know the value of, do you know what? I've got nothing to do. This is amazing.
Today is a day where I enjoy doing nothing.
Yeah. I do think it's a battle of the sexes thing with this because I do think sometimes it's very difficult for partners, other halves to understand the capability for men to actually be thinking about nothing.
Oh, honestly, it's a talent. I am
Yeah.
incredibly good at. I can be sat on the sofa, just staring at what
Yeah.
looks like I'm watching telly, and in my head I'm just like,
Because like my other half could like be processing like 20 to 30 things per second, like while she sat there, and I'm like, oh, what are you thinking about? And if I open that door, it's like, well, there's this person said this at work today, and I thought, what a bitch. And then I thought, well, I probably didn't all say that to her, so I thought this. And then later on, my boss was talking to me, and I just dropped in that she was not being very great. So I kind of dealt with that, I think, but then that might come back to bite me. And then also I got this, and then this, and I'm thinking about what we're going to cook later. And I'm like, wow. And she's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, I really like the colour blue.
yeah, what are you thinking about at the moment? Earlier, I stepped on a crack in the pavement, and I can't quite work out if it's actually going to give me bad luck or not.
Yeah, and that always cracks me up, but it's very true. Okay, so we're now on to the part of the show that is probably the only reason most people are listening, to be honest with you. You're going to need to prepare yourself.
I'm just going to log out now, so it's been
Yeah,
a
so
great
I'm-
Christmas special.
I'm going to prepare myself. So, for anyone who's new to listening, and for anyone who's returning, this is a reminder. Several years ago now, whilst I was putting together a quiz for the show, someone sent in a message literally whilst I was trying to find something, and it was like a feedback message that they'd left on a podcast app, basically about the show. And the message cracked me up because it was brutal. It was like really not liking us, and it cracked me up because I was like, wow, you've listened to, like, I can see in our thing, like, you've listened to like 30 episodes of us and you've just berated us here, but you're still listening. And I just thought that was hilarious. And then when I went back then looking, I found that we had feedback left from emails, in these podcast apps and stuff like that were just incredible. So I put together a compilation. I set it to music and we listened, and we basically fell about dying. Once this tradition was born, I would say definitely after the second year, maybe during that second year, but definitely after, we now have listeners who I am 99.9% sure are saying stuff just to see if they make it into this section.
And for some of you, it's worked.
Yeah, well, for one, definitely this year, because they're open about it, but I had to include it because it made me laugh.
Fair play.
So, I have put together, there's 2 packages here. A special shout out to friend of the show, Tamsin, who kindly recorded this for us. I handed this over to her, like these messages. I said, look, jumble the order up, because I've read all these, like, so I just want to, and then once you jumble the order up, I want you to do a cold read, and that's what she does. So she reads them out as she's recording. There's no, like, second take or anything like that. Although she did tell me one made her spit, like, laugh so hard she had to do it again. But basically, she's reading them, and you can actually hear in her voice sometimes. It's like, what?
You hear the soul leave the body at times, yeah.
Yeah, so it's mixed together. There's no kind of good section, bad section this year. Some of these are just
I don't know
crazy.
if it's better or worse. At least I had time to, like, prepare myself.
Well, I mean,
This is going to get bad. This is going to get worse. Now it's just like, yeah, good luck.
Do you know, one of the toughest things I find with doing this is, it's going to sound crazy, is finding balance. So it's me and you on the show now. So it's obviously all the feedback's directed at just me and you. And I'm always kind of in this, like, oh no, that one, like, it's funny, like, oh no, that's really, but that's kind of shitty to Steph. I better find one that's shitty for me. Do you know how weird it is to go scrolling through, nah, that's not mean enough. It's like, no, that's not mean enough about me. No, that's not mean enough about me. And then there's also the element of, there's some stuff in there that's just kind of nice, but not in a way that is good.
It's nice, but it makes you question.
Okay, so are you prepared for a listener messages number 1, and then we'll react to that, and then we'll listen to number 2. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Listened to this show a few times, and it never ceases to amaze me how thick Stefan is. At first, I thought he just sounded only way as Essex, but then I realised he really is one of them.
You're one of them.
I don't like that.
Sam saying Captain America Brave New World is a great film is like watching a girl you respected be double-teamed on OnlyFans for a tenner. Just lost all respect now.
Yeah, okay.
One of the reasons I like listening to smaller independent shows is you avoid commercials. And these pricks do a full show jerking about how good Apple TV is. Lame.
Didn't even get paid.
Yeah.
Daredevil Born Again is a great show that continues the Netflix era, and this podcast is really fun to listen to as a companion.
Thank you.
One of the hosts sounds like a carrot cruncher inbred hick,
Oh.
but the other, I'd let smash me.
It's a shame that's from a bloke.
The Last of Us is a great game. The Last of Us is a great series. But this podcast talking about The Last of Us is as welcome as a cock-flavoured lollipop.
Nice.
Andor is a masterpiece, and I really enjoyed listening to this show. You can tell Sam really gets it, and is engaged. But Stefan just wants shooty shooty bang bang, proving again he's a simpleton.
I mean, you gotta stop your mum messaging him, man.
I know,
That's
it's
so
not
bad.
fun anymore, mother. You got to
So, that was okay. That wasn't too bad.
do you know what? Minus being told I'm from the Only Way is Essex, I can deal with that.
The Only Way is Essex thing I felt was kind of cruel. But there's so many digs at my accent, I had to put that one in. I'm sorry.
I do understand entirely why. That's fine.
I do get a lot of crap. And I will point out as well, like, it's just kind of funny because so much of the time I don't know if people are being nasty or if they're just making an observation in amongst feedback, because like you read this thing and it's like they've completely engaged in the episode, like, oh, like, listen to this episode, really interesting points made about this. Then I said, and I mean, the guy sounds like a farmer idiot, but you know, he said this, and you're kind of like, thanks, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know where to go with that. And it's like you read that so many times, and I mean, my favourite one was last year, which is Sam's so good at accents, why does he just keep his own? I was like, ouch, that kills. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
That's brutal.
Yeah, that was one we genuinely had last year on the Christmas special. I
So
was
good
like,
at accents. Why does he still have his?
yeah, like, ow. So there we go. Right, so that was section number 1. I think we did okay there.
Yeah.
Section number 2, yeah. Okay, you ready?
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Liking the new show format as get to hear the boys every week.
Oh,
But
God.
does mean I will need to spend more money on batteries for my vibrator for how much more I will be listening to my Sam speak. Sploosh!
Sploosh.
Sploosh! Oh my god.
Does anyone hate Star Wars more than Star Wars fans? Asks 2 Star Wars fans. Fucking cockwomble wannabes.
Nice.
Found the Streaming Wars show really interesting. Was engaged in the content so much, it became a really challenging wank to Sam's voice. Just because someone says something with confidence on a podcast doesn't make it right. Sam, with respect, fuck off and die. Warm
wow.
regards, every listener.
Every listener.
Please read my feedback out on your Christmas special. I wanted to say something crazy to make sure I got read out, but couldn't think of anything. So, as I write this, I am naked and covered in honey. Honest.
Thanks, Dave. There you go.
What a legend.
Found Stefan on social media recently and would absolutely let him wreck my vagina more than my kids did. Loving the new format. Really enjoy the weekly episodes. All the topics have been good and hosts fun and engaging. Recommend this show to anyone and everyone. I mean, well, Stefan is a bit of a cunt, but overall, all good. Would love to see these boys video their show, but at the same time, seeing Sam and hearing him, I might flick my bean clean off. Love him. What was this show? Just found it randomly, and they were talking about the MCU being done. They made some good points, maybe, but are they drunk? Is it a pubcast?
Maybe.
One guy sounds slurred, and the other just thick as fuck. Kind of fun. We'll listen again.
Who's who?
I don't know on that.
Who's slurred and who's thick? Which one? Tell me which one.
On any individual show, it could be either of us. I don't. Yeah. So how did you find message portion number 2?
There were a few in there that, yeah, wow.
I heard the one where my friend broke, which was, I think, was flicking the bean clean off.
Yeah.
I think that broke my friend. Yeah, so with this, like, I gave a lot over and just sort of went, because I didn't want to know necessarily, to have a bit of surprise myself.
Oh, okay.
So she kind of edited some out and said afterwards, like, I could have done like 5 of these from what you sent. I was like, yeah, I know, please don't. So yeah, there is a couple of outtakes which he sent me, which I'm not going to play because, wow, does their language get bad. My favourites in amongst them though are the ones where it's like these two are freaking idiots, but the show's alright. I'll listen again. It's like what?
It's a really good show. All sounds really great. That Stefan's a bit of a, but yeah, not bad overall.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thanks.
So there you go. That is the feedback section. I mean, I say this every year. Yes, I'm well aware some people are saying this just to get on this now, but I don't know, man. Is this a tradition I should carry on, or do you think it should? Yeah, all right. I was
it
going to
makes
say,
me
or
laugh
should it
every
end?
time.
Or should it end in 2025?
No, it makes me laugh so much.
We put together the feedback based on emails, podcast feedback. Now, the vast majority of people do stuff in the podcast apps like Pandora app and stuff like that, which we then get come through.
Yeah.
You can leave feedback for us across any of the socials or anything we do. Thank you to everyone who does get involved. The vast majority of the stuff we're left is either constructive or kind. But then there is some random ass. You get enough listeners on anything, you're going to get people not like it, so that's fine.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it does get very kind of. I don't know. I feel very uncomfortable with some of the stuff that people say.
Oh yeah. No, there are a few that make you go, "Wow, okay."
I mean, the streaming war show being a challenging wank was.
That was amusing.
That was interesting, and that was from one of our gay fan base who, on a fairly regular basis, likes to message me to check if I'm still straight, which is kind and it's nice that.
I mean,
asks.
at least he is considering, like, actually asking you first.
Yeah, but then says stuff like that, which I'm sure he's saying it for effect, but if you
He's saying it in a very cautious kind of way,
But if you're listening now with a box of tissues in one hand and you're in the other, have a great time. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho!
So the last, oh God, we just brought a whole new connotation to that. So the last part of this Christmas special I want to do, which is very random, and I'm springing this on you.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to give you my example first, right? Have you seen this thing online? It's quite a viral thing where you got the Muppets Christmas Carol, where basically you got the Muppets playing all the characters, but obviously Scrooge is played by a real actor.
Yeah.
And so the thing is like, okay, you leave so you take a film or a story, but you replace one character with a Muppet, and the rest are played by just regular people.
Okay.
And so I thought a Christmas film remake in that way. So you basically got a traditional or a great Christmas film, and you're replacing one character with a Muppet. Who would it be and why? So I'm going to give you my example because it's kind of messed up. One of my favourite films of all time, and one of my favourite Christmas films, in a very messed up way, because it does make me incredibly emotional, is called It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
I've mentioned it on past shows and everything like that, and the basic story is a man called George Bailey who becomes suicidal, and an angel shows him what the world would be if he wasn't there, and therefore he realizes that he does have meaning in his life, he does have an impact on people, and he's better and everything's okay. The angel saves him. I would replace George Bailey with Kermit the Frog. Keep the film the same, just Kermit. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's my one. So, have you, in the time I've taken with this, because I have sprung this on you, got any ideas?
Mate, I've got so many.
Bring it.
We could change Elf.
Yeah.
And I am now having to Google the list of the Muppets. Because
Okay.
I know the one who I want to replace him, and it'd be hilarious.
Beaker,
Beaker, that's it! That's the
is
one!
Beaker.
Yeah!
Yeah, I love Beaker. So you would replace Will Ferrell's Elf with Beaker.
Yep.
Man, that works for me. We don't need to do any more. That's
The
just
other
nailed
one
it.
is change again. I'm going to stick with Jurassic Park.
Again, it's not a Christmas film.
But I want the T-Rex to be replaced by Fozzie.
Mr. Dimble lives in my finger. Yeah,
That changes everything. A massive Fozzie.
that does. I mean, yeah, a massive Fozzie Bear is actually terrifying. Okay. So, a massive thank you to everybody for listening. I hope you've
Miss
enjoyed our
Piggy is the
Christmas
Grinch.
special. He's still going. He's going to be going for weeks now.
Home Alone with the
everyone-
Swedish Chef.
Heard a bird, I heard a bird.
Everything's exactly the same apart from the kid is now the Swedish Chef.
Have you... Sorry, I'm just going to say this before we sign off. Have you ever seen the Family Guy cutaway of Home Alone?
Oh, no.
So, Family Guy did this cutaway of Home Alone saying, Home Alone, but with competent robbers. And it's two guys with guns walk into the house, and one goes, the door handle was really hot, so I just took my hand off it and kicked the door. Yeah, and there's some cars there on the ground, don't step on them. And then Kevin at the top of the stairs shouts, you're in my house now, and I've got a tarantula. And the guy just shoots him and goes, ooh, that was close.
Oh, my God.
Anyway.
The Gremlins, but instead it's the Penguins.
Okay, I should never have started this.
No.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening. We hope you've had a really great time and you have a magical Christmas with your family. Stay in touch, get us your feedback, send messages. If for any reason you are alone this Christmas and you're feeling alone, you can always get in touch with us throughout the whole Christmas period via any of the socials. You'll always hear back from us. And we'll have a laugh chatting about different traditions and Christmas things and things like that. You can always join us on the Discord. It's a very small community of listeners. You'll never be alone. So have a Merry Christmas, everybody. You all take care, and I'm going to leave you now with Stefan and his festive final thought.
My final thought for this Christmas is just to mirror what Sam has just said. Have a wonderful Christmas, everybody. Have a lovely holiday season. And if you do need to reach out, be sure you do. Speak to someone and have a great time.
Thank you for listening to our Christmas special. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year.